Hello, hi guys, my name is Zinjy and welcome back to another episode on the OlympusCraft server. And in between episodes I did say I was going to get all our stuff enchanted, and as you can see we have everything enchanted, even including the sword, which is absolutely insanely good. Because we've got the boots done, which are really cool, we have the leggings, the back tank and the helmet. And yes, you are probably asking questions, what are those things attached to your back? Well, these amazing wings, I have to give thanks to Fuzzy and Code because they helped me put them together, because I'm not using Britannia this season, where those two really are. Let me pop in and I can actually show you these are. This is what's known as the Flugel Tiara. Fuzzy gave me this and also gave me the Phoenix wings as well you can attach. Code helped put it together because you need to get these things called Gaia Spirits that you can only get from defeating the Britannia boss. But what does it do? Well, what it does is this. I can fly. Yeah, that is definitely going to help us build this base. There's one thing I was missing. Everyone else in the server has either a flying ring, has the Flugel Tiara, or has the flying ring that you can make. There's one you can find and there's one you can make. So everyone kind of has one of those, and I was the only person that didn't have one. Of course, I'm not using an Elytra in Overworld this season, so it has been making things difficult to build. You can see the bar just above my hunger haunches there. It's like a little bar of wings going down because it does actually require mana to use. So, you know, we do require the rings. Obviously, Fuzzy has given us the Greater Band of Aura and the Greater Band of Mana. So as long as I keep these charged, well, this one actually charges that one. As long as I keep this charged up, we can use the Flugel Tiara and fly about as much as we want. Of course, we also need mana for the Thunder Caller, which I might actually name today, if I'm going to be honest. I like the name Thunder Caller, but I might name it because I have maybe a better name that suits me as a character and as a person, and I think it would be awesome. But this is not the only stuff I've been doing. I have a bunch of stuff I need to show you guys. And the first thing I need to show you is we have been tinkering with Korey at the base. As you can see, we have a basic windmill sort of set way high at the top of this mountain. If we actually come all the way down, this windmill actually runs, shafts run all the way down the center of this spire, all the way down to underground the spire, and then they go underground into the main sort of shaft of our base. If we actually just pop our head in using free cam, you can see there's the shafts going up, which goes up into the second part of the base, and it stops here because this is where we are going to be taking it and building something later in this episode, which I am really, really excited about. I can't wait to show you guys what I have planned for here. But that is not the only thing we have been doing with Korey. Fuzzy and I have been starting a project sort of during it's been taking about a week, the past sort of week, and we've been slowly building it up and working things out what we want to do. And I want to show you guys that project today. So let me head over to the area and I can show you what Fuzzy and I have been working on secretly behind the scenes. And welcome to MechCrate 2.0. No, I'm joking. We're not doing MechCrate again. No, I almost killed the server back in Vault Hunters. Welcome to Fuzzy and I's industrial area for this season. This is where we're going to have all our crate machines set up, so we're obviously not lagging our bases out. We can have the big machines over here, which I'm very much looking forward to. If I just spin around, you can see we have been super busy. I mean, this is the best part of like quite a few nights throughout the week. We've been kind of setting everything up, getting things started on that. We have quite a few machines built already, but it's only the beginning. We have massive plans for this area. And by just popping into free cam, you can get a better look at the size of the area we have. As it's not the biggest so far, but we are going to be working on it. We do have a lot of windmill set because we had to use these to kind of get a lot of the machines started, because our big build over, which I'll show you in a second, we have only just finished. But we've got all the basic machines set up. You know, we've got the smelting, we've got the washing, we've got the soul sand, we have the campfire for smoking, then we have the mixer with the blaze burner, we have, as I like to call it, and Fuzzy always calls me, Pokey Pokey and Pokey Pokey, which creates special mechanisms, and then we have a train. That's right, train track maker, which is a Pokey Pokey, Pokey Pokey, and a stamper. And that makes, there's tons of train track in there because that's going to be for a future project, shall we say. Then we have this glorious thing, which is the mechanical crafter, which I will come back to because I need that for today. And then you may recognize this machine. This machine was one I built in Season 2 of Vault Hunters. This was the original thing that appeared at MechCrate Island and kicked the whole thing off. This is our cobblestone generator. Believe it or not, in this series, I've actually made it better. It was originally a Tango Tech thing, and then I just kind of swooped in and made my own kind of version of it. You know, like I edited his version a little bit. It's the same sort of basics. It's basically you pump the lava from this source here, which goes up through all the pipes, goes into all the mechanical pumps here, which try and pump into the blackstone above. But because this whole floor is shifting back and forward, the lava can never materialize into the block space. So the game then thinks, oh, there's water above, but there's lava there, let's make cobblestone. So it makes cobblestone, but because the floor then shifts back, the cobblestone as it's forming has nowhere to go, so then it just pops off. You know, it doesn't go anywhere, it just goes in the water and then goes into the collection system. And then now you can see, no, you can't see, but there is about 2,000 items in here. And I'll be honest, I had this on for 30 seconds and it produced 1,500 cobblestone. So yeah, I have made it arms and legs and hands and feet and heads much bigger and better and badder than I ever made it in Vault Hunters. It's absolutely ridiculous. But what I really want to show you guys is the Paler de Resistance. And yes, I know my French is horrible. I am Scottish. You have to let me off, please, because I'm not the best when it comes to French. But what I really want to show you is this. This is our steam-powered generator system. This thing is awesome. I need to go and free cam for this because there's a lot to kind of show. This is what we have literally just finished. As you can see, we have a lava sort of container right here, which is actually pumping lava from this. This is a massive box just full of lava that Fuzzy actually dug out and filled with lava, which creates an infinite lava source, which is what you need for this sort of thing. Then you can see we have the pump here, which actually pumps from the lava source into this fluid container here, and you can see we have the pipes connecting to the fluid container on each side, which actually extract lava out of this container. And you can, if you follow the pipes, it actually goes under all three of the boilers. And then we have 9 blaze burners under each boiler, and these blazes actually have an item called the straw, which is exactly what it is. It's just a straw, so they can actually soak the lava up through the straw and into them, which gives them power. And then if we pop to the back here, you can see we have these pipes here with infinite water sources, which is just basic Minecraft mechanics, just a 3-wide water. So we pump the water out there, and then we actually pump the water into the boilers. Each one has its own sort of water source just to make it a bit easier. And of course, when the blazes heat the tank heats up the water and it makes the steam engines go, which gives us steam power. Now, the combination of these three things, we have got like an encased chain drive going here, which actually links all three of them together. And totally, we are ripping out 200, almost 300,000 SU, which is stress units. That's the sort of energy for Crate, and that number, for those maybe who are not familiar with Crate, is just insane, like absolutely insane. And believe it or not, we could actually make this slightly better. This boiler here is actually a level 9, as you can see from that little box that pops up, and produces 147,000. This one and the one behind are only level 7s and only produces 114,000, so we could improve it slightly to get a bit more SU, or well, a lot more SU out of it. And you know, there is other things you can do to make this stuff run faster and go be better and more efficient. But I personally don't think we're ever going to need that. If we're already got 294,000. I think that's going to power the island in total, because I don't think we're going to need any more of that. But yeah, we'll have to get all these things linked up at some point. But yeah, this is our insane Crate Island so far. And as I say, we still have loads of machines to build and a lot more to be planned and done on here. Now, coming over here to show you guys wasn't the only thing or the only reason I came over here. That thing just over our shoulder, I had mentioned I was going to take you back to it, and I totally am going to take you back to it, because we're going to be using it to create a certain item that I'm going to be using for the rest of the season. Now, I can hear you saying, what is that particular item you're going to be creating? Well, it is an item within Crate itself, and we are, as you can see, using the sword from Britannia. And that's the only item or weapon that we're using for the season so far. So I actually want to make the long range weapon I'm going to be using. Now, the reason we have a back tank, as I said in the last episode, is because of a certain item we're going to be creating today. And that item is this, the potato cannon. We're going to be using the potato cannon kind of as our bow and arrow, I suppose you could say. Now, this thing could be actually enchanted quite a bit. You can have looting on it, you can have unbreaking, it can have power, you can have punch, you can have flame, you can have mending, curse of vanishing, potato recovery, and so. But potato recovery just means the higher the potato recovery. I think if you've got potato recovery 3 and you are shooting potatoes, you have a 50% chance of recovering that potato. Otherwise, the potato gets destroyed. Yeah, but how do you create it? You actually create it, as I say, in the mechanical crafter, which is in front of us. And you do need certain things like andesite alloy, precision mechanisms, pipes, and copper ingots. So let's gather these items and let's make our bow butt cannon for the season. Right, I have the necessary parts for the potato cannon, so let's make it on the mechanical crafter. Now this is going to be super cool. You're probably wondering, how do you actually make it on the mechanical crafter? Well, you actually have to manually place things in. You can put them in the hoppers, but you know, it's a potato cannon. We're not too fussed on that, you know, automating everything. So we place the fluid pipes in, and then we place the copper ingots, and then we actually hit this switch. It should kick into gear and create our potato cannon. Now, Fuzzy has a gilded barrel on the end, so it should be sitting in here, and there it is. The potato cannon is in our possession. Oh, hello. That is really, really cool. Oh, that's awesome. Let me just, so for anybody who doesn't know, we have the back tank on, which has the air in it, so that's what the little white bar is, and when we shoot a potato cannon, poof, 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 yeah, we have a cannon. That is so cool. Now, it still is quite a basic potato cannon at present because we don't have it enchanted. So you can see here, yeah, it doesn't have anything on it, and believe it or not, as long as we have the back tank with the air in it, this should never break. But if we do take the back tank off for say, and then shoot the potato cannon, it actually then has a durability bar. So as long as we keep the back tank on at all times and we have the potato cannon, this durability should never go down. But you can put mending on it and stuff, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's head back to the base. I have the books ready. Let's get all the enchantments on this potato cannon, and that means we'll have our weapons for the season. And here it is in all its glory, the finished final product. It is called the big one. We have Looting 3, Potato Recovery 3, Power 5, Unbreaking 3, Mending, and Punch 2. I could have put Flame on it, but I decided not to. Just sometimes I don't particularly like Flame. Of course, that durability will go up once, so, you know, I kill someone because we have Mending on it. And as I say, as long as we have the back tank with full air power, this will never lose durability anyway. This thing looks cool. Now, I feel like we should test it. Let's go and find an unsuspecting mob and shoot it and see what kind of damage output this does. Okay, this feels kind of wrong. It's nighttime. I haven't slept, but we need mobs, and this is the best way to do it. Now, ideally, to test the potato cannon, I really probably should test on another player. Rob is online, but I know he's not active right now, and I prefer that he was around so I can actually get the damage numbers. But let's find an unsuspecting mob and launch a potato at them. Okay, mob acquired. We are creeping through the grass to locate a creeper. We've already had one creeper blast already. The server lagged when I tried to do this already, and it got me good style. But there is our target. Let's creep up on him. Get on, creeper, and fire a cannon. Ooh, oh, because it's a baked potato, it makes sense on fire. Ah, what am I even attacked by? Zombie, perfect, right, let's see you. Ooh, get out of here. How much damage did it do? Did it like half health? You know what, 2 hits, that's not too bad. I thought it might do a little bit more, but it does have power 5, it has potato recovery, which increases damage as well. You know what, I will happily take that as a weapon for this season. You know what, while we have mobs aplenty, do you guys want to see the Thunder Caller in action? Yeah, of course you do. Now, the way this actually works is if we just fly across our side, you can see there's loads of mobs. It actually works better when there's loads of mobs all grouped up and it lets out a thunderous, there we go. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, this is getting dangerous. This is getting dangerous, but it's fun. Let me kill you. Whoa. Oh, they're all fighting. That's perfect. Right, let me get this guy. Come here. Whoa! Thunder stroke. Oh, it's so cool. I'm getting absolutely punished though, but yeah, here we go. Look at this guy. Get out of here. Get out of here. Die. Oh, I am the Thunder God. Oh, I've got to admit, that was super fun, but let's not do that again. I really don't like the night, and I don't like having a million arrows stuck inside me. I'm going to drink a juice, and I'm going to have the juice pouring out all parts of my body. Look at all the arrows. Now, while we're in the shopping district anyway, I want to talk to you guys about this grand building behind me. This giant building behind me is built by the one and only Ender Yeti. Ender Yeti invited me across about 2 weeks ago to discuss something with him because he had a grand proposal for me that involved this building. Let me roll the footage for you so you guys can take a look for yourselves.
Thank you for meeting me here.
I know, you asked me across. I'm very curious. An Ender does not summon when one does not have a thing they're planning. I don't even know what you're planning. That makes it more scary. So I'm curious to know what's happening.
I don't know if you know, but there is a bank on this server.
I have heard. I'm
making my own.
Ooh, direct competition. I like it. Makes things more interesting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, gotta keep things interesting. He had no competition. We had to fix that. So, I am not done this building. It still needs to be about 32 or so more blocks tall.
Okay, okay. It's looking good
But,
so far. It's looking good so far.
the bank machines.
Oh,
And
interesting.
I got all these extra rooms in this place that I
Okay.
thought I could open up to the players to make small shops in. However, you gotta use my currency.
Oh, interesting. Okay, okay, right. I see what you want. So you're wanting a bank, but you're wanting things built in it, and you're wondering if other people will partake in maybe
Yeah,
building things they want to build. Okay, okay. I
because there's even
like.
this room over here. If you're willing to contend with the lump in the carpet.
Okay. I'm not going to ask about the lump, but yeah, it looks like someone didn't lay
Yeah,
the carpet
don't ask
properly.
about the bodies. I mean the
Yeah,
lump.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Is this like, yeah, yeah? You know what I was going to say. I'm not even going to say. I'm just not going to ask because I think it's safer that way. I don't want to end up as one of
It's
the
safer.
lumps in the carpet. So yeah, we're good. We're good.
But yeah,
Okay,
this is like premium location. This one. This one
I
you get windows and everything.
really like this. I'm not quite sure what I'd build if I'm going to be honest yet, but
I mean,
I
it's up to you. It could just be a small shop of something that maybe you have plentiful of and you want to maybe make a little bit of money. Obviously, it
interesting.
will, um, benefit me the most. However, it will benefit you a tiny, tiny portion, which is nice.
Okay, as long as it benefits me in some way, I like that. Okay, well, yeah, I want to say yeah. I want to say yeah. I want to get in on the
Okay.
shopping experience at some point. I didn't have a location. I don't have items to sell quite yet, but I do like this as prime real estate. I can see a lot of things. People will come not only just for the items, but come for the view. And I reckon
Oh, yeah.
the business we could do together could be quite profitable. Yeah, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take this room. I'm not going to wait for a penthouse. I'll straight up take this room,
Awesome.
and
Good.
I will work something out on things that we can sell to unsuspecting people and try and make some
Oh,
money.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, it's good actually you've offered me this because I'm not using diamonds this season, so diamonds are of no use to me when people are paying.
I guess we gotta
Sweet.
we gotta shake on
We
it
got a
though.
shake, yeah.
Okay, one,
Ugh,
two,
sorry.
three.
Ugh,
Ah,
there we go,
there we
yeah.
go. We shake. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. I really hope I'm not just on a deal with the devil, but yeah, I'm happy with this. It's a really nice room.
I'm worse.
Well, I thank you for the offer. I thank you for the room. It's going to look lovely, and I hope the bank is open soon. Oh, I look forward to it fully opening though. But thank you for the
Oh,
offer, and
100%.
I will catch you later.
Indeed.
Bye, Ender. I've walked into your shulker boxes. That's the worst exit ever. Bye, dude. Well, that is an exciting prospect indeed. It looks like we have a slot in Ender Yeti's shop that we're going to be able to sell things in. Probably going to be back tanks and nautical themed related things. I think I'm going to get in contact with Code and maybe see if he wants to go in with me, and maybe we can sell conduits and he can do prismarine and stuff as he has a guardian farm. But that is going to be a nice little business number for us to get stuck into. But in the meantime, do you guys remember this little area from the beginning of the episode that had the shaft coming in? Well, yeah, it is time for us to build what we're going to build in this episode. And I can't remember if I said at the start of the episode what I was planning on building, but I can successfully tell you guys right now, we're going to be using that shaft sitting right behind me to build a crate powered lift that is going to go down to the floor there, and it's going to go up to the first floor there. It's going to connect both of those. So we can get this little dude right down here, how no brown cow, and anytime Fuzzy comes across with his horse, we can transfer them up the lift and into the first floor, this floor right here, which is actually going to be like a horse stable once we get it decorated and we build the lift and stuff. And of course, anyone else who's going to be coming in on the horses with us can park their horse here. But we need to build the elevator first. Let's start working out how we're going to do this. Right, so we've extended the actual shafts from where we had it all the way out to here, because I think this is at the point we're going to have to add this, which is known as the rope pulley, and this is going to be pretty much what it's going to control our elevator. So it's going to put, the rope going down and also pulling the rope come back up. Of course, we're going to build an elevator underneath the rope, and we'll connect it on via using glue and stuff from Korey. But what we need to add first is something known as the gear shift. This is going to be the sort of thing that is going to make it all run. So if we actually remove that bit there and then add the gear shift here, you can see that will start rotating that way. And what you can do with this is you can actually attach things to the gear shift. So we can actually attach like a redstone link in that, and this can actually shut the system off or make it go the opposite direction, which is probably exactly what we're going to need for this, because we're going to need the shaft to turn one way to lower the elevator, and then the shaft to turn the other way to bring the elevator back up. And I can show you guys this working. If I just attach the rope pulley, this should start extending the rope all the way down to the ground. Of course, as I say, we need to get it so that the shaft actually turns the other way and then can pull the rope back up. And that is where these little numbers known as redstone links come in. Now, the redstone links are absolutely awesome. I love these things. If I actually just put one on the bottom of this gear shift, you can see there's your redstone link there, and it comes with sort of frequency sets. You can actually set the frequency so you can have multiple redstone links or your base or your build. So let's set this frequency 1 to an emerald and frequency 2 to an egg. And if we actually go empty-handed and then we crouch and then click on it, that little circle that just appeared means this is a receiving redstone link. So we're sending a signal from somewhere else, and this is the one that's picking it up, which we want because obviously we want to be able to bring the rope back up and put it back down. So if I grab my other redstone link and pop it right here, and then take the emerald and put it in frequency 1, and the egg and put it in frequency 2, you can see these match that one. So these two redstone links are actually now linked. So if I actually hit the switch, it should now retract the elevator pulley back up, which is probably go grab a block, yes, because it sticks on the blocks. And this will go all the way back up right to the top. And this is basically our elevator kind of functional. We just need to work in and build the actual elevator itself because it needs to go down to that level there, and probably decorate because nobody wants to see open shafts like this. And this is what we've gone for the elevator. It is nothing too complicated. We don't want to overcomplicate it. We just want to make it nice and simple. It's just something that horses are going to go in and be transported up to this level. Once, we'll take the fence away and we'll get all the horse stables and stuff built in there. But yeah, just something, the horses can go from down there to up here. It doesn't have to be complicated. So I think it looks quite cool. We still need to do a couple of bit more things to it, as in like gluing it all together, because currently it ain't going to go anywhere. It's just going to sit. And then what I actually want to do is I want to take one of the redstone links and attach it in here if I can and glue it on. I don't know if they're movable, but we're going to find out. And that way we can have an on and off switch in here. Not quite sure how I'll do it yet, but I'll work it out. And I wasn't able to work it out because apparently either the redstone link doesn't move or the lever doesn't move. But you know what? I managed to get it to work anyway. Let's have a look. So this is what we've got. We've got redstone link here. If I flick this button, we should start descending down. Oh, this is so cool. Imagine being on our horse. There's Hammer Cow. Imagine being Hammer Cow going up. And then I've added this little thing down here, which has a redstone link in the back, which connects to another sort of gear shift that we've attached as well, just so we can have a two-way system. And if I flick this, we should ascend back to the heavens. Yeah, this is pretty cool. And what I also did was just tidy it generally up as well. So we added the andesite casing along all the shafts and here, so it's just generally tidy and looks pretty cool. I think the only thing I'm going to need to do before we can call this project finished is somehow work out a way we can add like some sort of little cool connector here, so it doesn't look like it's just hanging out the side. And just hanging off the side, no more. We have created this cool little sort of knuckle heel, which adds a lot more sort of stability to it. Of course, it doesn't actually add any stability, but it looks like it definitely adds stability. And then we've got this little iron girder here, which has the shaft going through it, which definitely adds more animation to the build itself. Of course, we've got a little animation with the lift going up and down, but this just adds more animation to the actual build. And I think, personally, it looks awesome. Even just adding the headlamps, these little bits of decoration, is super, super cool. And I think we can probably call this build complete. Now, I know we're not finished. We still do have to decorate this level. We need to add in the horse bays, we need to add in the hay, we need to add in decoration. I know we still have a lot to do, but that is probably going to have to wait till a future episode because I have run out of time for today. We have done an awful lot in this episode, and in between the last episode and this episode, a lot of great stuff, which has been epic. The island, which I'm sure we'll get back to in the next episode, so maybe we can build some things over there, because that is looking glorious, and it's looking more glorious as each day goes by, the more we add. And of course, that elevator behind us, I'm absolutely in love. But as I said, guys, that's going to be it from me today, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys!